Greetings, Flesh Wound Freaks, and welcome to Flesh Wound Horror Live. I'm the Macho Dan, Danny Savage, and I'm joined here tonight by producer Todd.
What's up?
Bugs Dread, yeah.
Namaste.
And Mike Kruger, yeah.
Welcome to prime time, bitch. I regret telling people to watch this show specifically now. Jesus Christ.
Producer Todd fucked up behind the scenes, and now you got the Macho Dan. He's freaking out. Yeah. Yeah. Macho Dan.
All right, fucking Dan, get into the goddamn intro.
Well,
yeah. All right.
See, we're taped tonight because I knew I was going to call at some point.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. All right.
Well,
And now I have the live gimmick, yeah. Todd gotta open his mouth.
Shut the fuck up. God.
Yeah, best show ever, Macho Dan. All right, guys. So, anyways,
Here's my problem. I'm stuck doing being pissed and laughing. I don't know which one I am.
So anyways, one bleep, but other than that,
there'll be
we're
more.
ready to go. So yeah.
Don't tempt me.
I know. Kruger, please be good. It's bad enough I made myself do it.
Kruger and Macho Dan, mega power.
Don't kill it, Dan.
Yeah, you're beating the force.
You're gonna
to
see
death.
on the verge.
All right.
These are the
You're gonna
jokes.
Caesar the.
Well, yeah, because he always.
I got you.
We're gonna hard. I'm gonna just do Macho Dan every show now. Every squared
I'll
circle.
quit.
Macho Dan.
I'll change the passwords.
Anyways, guys, we're here to talk horror tonight, so we'll
He's like,
We'll
why can't I
talk
post
horror.
in the horror channel?
so anyways, we're here to talk horror tonight. We really are, I promise. And we got two reviews tonight. Two very different movies. We haven't talked about them together yet, so who the hell knows tonight? Two very different
You
movies.
know.
I may or may not know, Todd. I don't make assumptions about people. So, all right, let's kick it off with I Feel It. I Feel It. Kruger's 2023 favorite already sealed in January. And that is Skinamarink from writer-director Kyle Edward Ball. And in this film, it follows two children who wake up in the middle of the night to find their father missing, and all the windows and doors in their home have vanished. So a little bit of background on this movie before we get into it. It's actually loosely based on the Heck 28-minute short film from this director. Very similar. You can watch that for free on the YouTube channel Bite-Sized Nightmares from the same director. And the genesis of this film, he asked his subscribers to describe their nightmares from childhood, I believe. And that more or less led to Skinamarink. So this film, experimental, doesn't even begin to describe it. This is the most experimental of experimental film. It's got a total analog film look. You never get a clear view of any of the characters. It's all essentially told through dialogue, muffled dialogue at times, I should say. I'm going to just say this, whether you love this film or hate it, I think everybody will have to admit it works better as a short. I think even people that enjoy it.
For our viewers, for our listeners who cannot see, I just posted what should probably have been the original poster for this, and its title is Pretentious Bullshit.
Misspelled, but that's even funnier.
Even better.
So,
No, you
know what? It's
I
not
want
misspelled, motherfucker. Look again.
All right. So this one's tough because I actually watched this twice because this is one I needed to make sure where I was at.
I understand that.
It is. I'm going to make some recommendations before. It is ambiguous as fuck. Your guess is
Not
as
a
good as
recommendation.
anybody's. There are fewer things scarier than a kid trapped in the dark, let alone trapped with a evil entity. Or was he? I will say you might have a little more glimpse into the movie, maybe if you watch the Heck short. Maybe not. I didn't love this movie. I really didn't.
I was gonna hate you so bad.
I didn't.
I'm telling you right now.
I didn't hate it either.
But you didn't love it. That's all. I'm fine with that.
I did not love it. There is something there. There's these moments where I think the line like "put the knife in your eye." You know, there's standalone moments that are actually pretty fucking creepy. It's just there's no narrative
vignettes to bring out a character. Sure.
Yeah, there are put the knife in your eye. That was
He's a Slipknot fan.
Standalone moments where it's like really creepy. But yes, unfortunately, this had no business being a feature-length film, and that's the issue with this. I think there still might be something there if you're in an altered state, which I'm not.
No.
And but you know what? This is one of these movies. It is really divisive. There are some reviews out there that insist it's the scariest movie they've seen in a long time. And
what's fucking scary about it? I should have went with my
having
gut.
to watch it again.
The idea isn't potential. You don't remember being
Idea's
a kid
kinda
wondering what's down a dark hall. I mean, you know.
Well,
Yeah, not for fucking almost 2 hours. I don't. This shit was like 10 minutes at best.
I'm not praising the movie, Tad. I'm just saying.
well,
It was. This is the first time
I fucking feel it coming. Todd,
I was in a movie theater, and I was like, I think I'm just gonna fucking leave. But I didn't, because I'm not a
I'm
quitter.
a fucking trooper.
But I was like, all right, 40 minutes in, there's two. All right, about an hour and a half. All right, there's I think I saw 5 people leave. One came back, so I'm assuming they got some Pepsi. Or I said Pepsi. Well, that's what that movie deserves, a fucking Pepsi.
Did you fill them in on what the plot development?
You know, I will tell you, I've never been done with the movie, and I like, and I don't know about your theater. Did it just leave you sitting in the fucking dark, or did the lights dim? Because the credits are, well, never mind. The credits just go, and then you know how the credits just end. So my theater left me in the fucking pitch black. These fucking cocksuckers.
It's timered. There's a lot. Yeah, there's a big gap. Kind of just ends.
Yeah, but it's supposed to fucking, when the credits are done, it's supposed to know.
Yeah, for normal movies, Todd.
I will also say there are hints to what might be going on. I mean, there's not much of a story, and there's not 2 hours for it. But
I wanted to pull the people as they were leaving, but I didn't do it. I wanted to just ask them, did you like it? Am I? I stopped that one.
Yeah. True.
well,
5
big
stars.
big shock to everybody, I'm sure, but I actually dug it. There is no, I'm not even favoring you. All right, so like there is a certain feeling that this made me feel that I hadn't felt since I was a little kid, and it brought me back to these times where I'd wake up it brought me back to these times where I'd wake up in the middle of the night, and my dad and my stepmom would have gotten into a fight or something. They both left the house, and I'm stuck in the house alone as a little kid, pitch black. You know, at the time I didn't have a fucking cell phone, and trying to figure out what the fuck is going on. And that really, it just reminded me of that scared feeling of being a kid. And the whole movie, I can't even really call it a movie. It just feels more like a immersive experience. I will agree with you guys. There's times where it dragged and I, was clock watching a little bit, but that little final bit we got with all the creepy imagery and the faceless people and stuff. I don't know. It worked for me. And I was also like throughout the story, I was interested enough of trying to, uncover the mystery of what happened with these kids and these parents. So I do have a couple of fan theories of what actually went down. Maybe we could talk about it briefly in spoilers, because I'm sure you guys don't want to spend any more time on this thing. But yeah, I thought it was decent for what it was, and I commend it for at least trying something different. But I do think like if this was a found footage style movie, it may have worked a little bit better. I think the way they did it with just having various shots of the house and the camera set up here, the camera set up here. I think with that, maybe people were expecting, a little bit more when it comes to the characters and all of that. The fact, I think with a lot of people, the fact that you never see any of the characters or ever get a good shot of them is going to bother them, because you can't really be invested with characters that you haven't seen. I've seen that complaint, but I don't know, man, just something about the creepiness of just growing through this house as a little kid, not knowing where your dad is, and your mom's acting all weird. You're trying to stay away from her now. Like it brought me back to the fear of waking up in the house alone in pitch black.
You can empathize with kids. I mean, you may not see them, but the windows, the toilets disappearing, all this crazy shit. There is a good idea. It should have been.
That's the thing, though, because I do agree that there are cool ideas, but I would have preferred this in a more traditional storytelling way, because I'm on the line with Todd here. I felt like the first hour, I was like, I'm suffering through this. Maybe it will pay off. And I liked two images that I've seen out of this whole fucking fiasco. I get where you guys are coming from, that's because you're using your brain for a headcanon and putting in things that might be there, might not be there, but like, oh, this is a familiar feeling. I'm drawn to this for some reason. I think that's cool, but it's a big ass fat no for me, dog. I don't like this. But the last image, pretty cool. I'll use that as like a cell phone lock screen.
One thing I'll say too that about this was that I do think if it, I haven't seen the short, but I'm sure if the short is similar, it may be more effective, because having an hour and 30-minute time, or what did it clock in? Around 90 minutes, right?
Hour 40.
Yeah,
and in the theater for some.
Yeah, I think that's kind of a big ask, but maybe if they would have trimmed it down to like maybe like a 70-minute film, it would have been more effective. One thing I will rewatch this though, and I want to get like a VR headset to fully like immerse myself into the world. I think that could be really cool.
Not a movie to watch with an audience. I think really turn your lights off, and there may be something there for you. Obviously, I want to like it. I can't quite get there.
It's the snobby in you. It's cool.
Yeah. Oh my God.
I'm not giving it a good review. God damn it!
I know, but it's a snob in you that's like, this is weird. I should like it, but
it's
kind of
different. And
that's why. That's not a fucking reason. Well, anyway,
I spelled it right this time. So I like it. I like the idea of it more than the movie. I wish.
I want the station version of this.
I have two suggestions.
Want to timestamp that?
I have two suggestions for you guys, actually, on this one, which is similar, not exactly similar, but I would say check out Shinya Tsukamoto's Tetsuo Iron Man. Different film, but if you want experimental that you might enjoy more,
well, that one's entertaining.
That's just a batshit good time.
Absolutely. But also I would throw out a little lesser known Begotten from 1989.
Oh shit, you're right. Yeah, that's a good one.
Director E. Elias Merrig. I never can say his name right, but he's the director of Shadow of a Vampire.
That one got overhyped for me. So that one and Bunny Games kind of like everyone kept sucking his dick, and I saw it too late. I was like, it was all right.
Bunny Games left me underwhelmed.
Yeah.
Both of them did for me. But stop hyping it up. Let me just see it.
Begotten's dialogue free. It's got the grainy look. It's very experimental. You might get a little bit more out of that. Certainly, Shinya Tsukamoto, I think there's a budget version of his box set now. I could be mistaken on that, but I have the original box set. Holy shit, what a set! Dive into his catalog in general. So yeah, who would have thought? I would have never thought Krueger would be the one.
I can. It's a haunted house experiment. Like it feels like walking
I
to a
didn't
haunted
think
house
you'd like
without.
it, Krueger. I really didn't.
It's a
Dude,
zombie
honest to God, like I didn't think I was going to like it either, especially from what I was hearing before, I went to go see it. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's just it hit home for me with my fucked up childhood. So.
Well, there you go. So let's go ahead and rate this one then. So I guess I'm as close to the middle on this one as anybody. So I'll go first, and
if you're in the
2.5.
middle, I was gonna say, is that
2.5? There's still something there. It just doesn't work as a feature length film, and maybe just a little more story.
I just like that. I like that Dan's being kind today. Good job. I am a half star for having the balls to fucking ask to be released in widescreen cinema. So you're fucking nuts. Half star out of 5. Mr. Krueger.
I'm a 3 out of 5.
All right. So I had to leave my fucking house.
Yeah.
Watch this piece of shit. No offense, Krueger.
No worries.
And
he's like, I want stars taken away.
yes, I do.
Todd acting like the macho king, turning heel. Yeah. It's hurting my voice. I think that'll be
good.
Yeah.
Hope you get Michael Douglas. I'm a big 0.
There you go.
Christ. All right.
All right. So we'll see where we fall on this other film. This one could split people too, potentially. I don't know.
We'll see.
And that is the Peacock original from Blumhouse and Miramax, Sick, from director John Hyams, and written by Kevin Williamson of Scream fame. So in this one, due to the pandemic, Parker and her best friend decide to quarantine at the family lake house alone, or so they think. So John Hyams, if you're unfamiliar, of course, son of Peter Hyams, all that great Jean-Claude Van Damme goodness. Shout out Sudden Death. Best action star of all time by far. And John Hyams also directed the last 2 Universal Soldier films, which are actually really good, and you should check them out. I think even you might like them, Krueger. Pretty violent, actually.
Or even I might like those, Dan.
This is true, but Krueger may not have seen them. I know you saw.
No, I know, but it's something that's Van Damme, and I'm saying,
yeah,
I like
you can't go wrong with Van Damme.
Oh, here we go. Van Damme and fucking Macho Man in the same night. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, absolutely. So
You just got him hard.
I know. I'm just trying not to feed the ego.
Well, wait, I went first last time. Sorry. Hot tag, whoever wants to
go. I could go. So for me, this movie had a really strong opening scene that got me excited because it was a very Scream style chase scene, and I love that stuff. But as time went on and we spent time and we got with the main characters that we follow throughout the story, I just found them extremely annoying and unlikable in a way to where, like, I wanted to see horrible things happen to them. And the kills and just the killer in general, after that opening scene, I just found him kind of lackluster. I wanted to like what they were going for more with, the whole pandemic angle, but I don't know what it was. Just this one didn't really work for me. I think the killer's look too, and the fact that the kills were just kind of light and weren't anything, super creative or fantastic. It kind of made this movie drag. And, it isn't a long movie. It's less than 90 minutes. But by the end of it, I was getting pretty checked out. And, there's a nice little twist that we got at the end that should have worked way better for me, because I thought the idea there was good, but I was so checked out with the story and stuff that I just kind of wanted the movie to end, and it really didn't have any effect on me. So overall, I love slashers, but I'm picky, especially when they don't have a killer that I think looks cool or have good gore. So what was left without having those two things, just it didn't add up for me.
All right. Well, for me, I think this is kind of shot like a SVU episode without the cops, and so like it felt a little more real, which is why the killer seemed like just plain black. I don't know. I like that a lot. Shit, I forgot my other fucking train of thought. Damn.
It happens to me quite a bit. I get it.
Yeah. Whatever. I like the realism, even though it was like hyper realism with the shaky cam and stuff. Like just the simplicity of this plain clothed killer and these simple knives and stabbing weapons. Terminator. I dug it. I thought it was fun, and I did not like those girls, but I did find some sympathy for them. But that twist, I laughed. And I was like, "Fuck, you guys just lost me." And they found a way to bring me back in a little bit. So I don't think I wasted my time. I like this one a lot, shockingly, because I was expecting like, oh, this is probably gonna suck ass, and then that opening scene was pretty freaking hard. That was very Scream-esque.
Let me ask you, Pugs. Did you start liking it before you saw the writer's name?
No,
okay.
I didn't even pay attention to it. I looked back after. I tried not to.
Yeah. So yes, you liked it before you saw the writer's name.
Yeah.
Okay.
Pretty cool.
How about you, Todd?
I also I kind of was worried because Kruger, kind of tipped his hand with me, and but it actually makes sense because it is a slasher and he's a little extra protective. I thought you were actually gonna complain about the lack of numbers.
Oh, like body count? Well, but the body count, that does make a difference for me, but mainly just kills in general. You can have a low body count. I mean, fuck, what is Texas Chainsaw Massacre? What, 3 people, 4 people? But the kills are memorable as hell. So, I absolutely adore that movie.
All right. No, but I did think that was going to be one thing that jumped out to you because I noticed it. But yeah, I like the story. It was, I mean, some people just don't like it, the fact that it's set in quarantine and they just don't want to think about it. But I had no issue with that. I thought it was a decent little slasher.
Missed those days.
Yeah. Dan, how bad did you hate it?
Mm-hmm.
Before I give my review,
No.
would you all have liked it even more if Dr. F were revealed as the killer? You whores are going to take the jab one way or another. Huh? No? You're going to no-sell my joke? Dr. F.
Who's that?
I don't know if you're allowed to make fun of him. He's the science. But, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know Dr. Fauci, you son of a bitch. Come on.
Oh, well, yeah. Now, when you say his name, I know who you're talking about.
Dr. F. You whores are going to take the jab. I had a great... That was gold, and you just no-sold me, Todd.
Not
Macho, Dan.
And I'm still no-selling.
Don't worry, Dan. I won't catch this either. I won't cut this either. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Damn it, I said stone face for nothing?
The take the jab one-liner would have been...
Got it, dude.
Awesome. But anyways.
Well, now that you explained it, Dan.
I am the science, you whores. Anyways.
What the fuck is happening?
What is going on?
I'm being funny tonight, Todd. I'm funny. I'm in a happy mood. But anyways. So
that's what I was thinking too.
Kevin Williamson, most overrated name in horror as far as I'm concerned. There's nothing special about Kevin Williamson. Obviously, look, the Blumhouse name, it's going to be a softer slasher. There's no heavy gore. There's certainly no nudity. But all right, so this is kind of a 50-50 situation. Really cool opening. I actually like stuff set in this time because this is April 3rd, 2020. I believe we open up on this film. Very strange time. And you can all kind of put yourself forever. The rest of our lives, we will remember that specific period where things were really getting crazy. Well, it was a little crazier before then, but So I thought good opener. This is a more suspense-driven slasher. I really actually enjoyed our lead, Gideon Adlon, who plays Parker. I thought she was really good.
She's awesome.
Yeah, I think a lot of potential.
Also, if you're single, hit me up.
There you go. So I had a lot of fun with it to a point, and I did not like the reveal towards the end. I think this movie gets really stupid and shits the bed. That's the issue, and it kind of telegraphs it. That's the one downside between the poster art, the opening. Like, I knew exactly where they were going with this, with the killers, and that's kind of an issue. It's not that hard to figure out,
But that turning point, Dan, you didn't chuckle a little bit?
Not really. I just thought it was all kind of lame. I mean, again, I like the idea of it. I just don't think the execution. Also, shout out Mark Menchaca, who's in the film, who was also in Alone, which John Himes also directed. He's great in that movie. Yeah, it's weird. I really liked it up until that point. It really solid suspense. I was like, man, am I gonna actually is Blumhouse gonna get me again, which is rare.
It makes sense. He likes the Miramax half. I approve, Dan.
And it just doesn't work. It turns into kind of sort of a comedy, and I just wasn't really laughing. The fire scene, maybe I chuckled a little bit, but I mean, Kevin Williamson is not a good writer. Sorry, some people not like he's not. It's not. Scream is not. Scream is a movie that just got fucking lucky, as far as I'm concerned. It's not that good, but yeah, I don't know. I wish it had maintained its momentum, and it does not, unfortunately. So fuck Kevin Williamson.
Okay.
That's how I'll end it there.
I think you're fucking on crack, but anyways, did everybody go?
Everybody
yes,
went. Everybody went. I can redo the whole review as the Macho Dan.
No, we're good. Fucking. Why don't we rate this then?
All right, Kruger. What say you?
I'm a 2 out of 5.
Oh, okay.
I am a. Yeah, fuck it. I'm gonna give it a 4. 4 out of 5. That was good.
I'm actually also 4 out of 5. I did have fun with it.
Yeah.
I had enough fun with it to a point that I will give it a generous 2.5, but it does fall apart for me, so it's a generous 2.5.
All right.
There you go.
Spoilers, right?
Yeah. Do we have spoilers?
Just a little thing for Skinamarink. Won't take more than like 5 minutes, but I just want your guys' opinion on something.
Okay. I mean, is it really spoilers, or is it more theory?
No, it's definitely a spoiler.
Okay. Well, I'll do the spoiler wall then, just so we're safe. Or I could not, then y'all don't have to watch it.
Oh yeah, you've been warned if you don't want Skinamarink spoiled.
So what do you guys think actually happened? Because my theory is that the mom got possessed by some sort of entity and ended up killing the kids, and what we were seeing was them stuck in between heaven, like between our realm and like a purgatory.
I got limbo vibes too, but honestly, I haven't really put much other thought into it.
Yeah, I'm in the same thing with that. I mean, I'm not sure.
They got into the mom's pill cabinet. Something, I don't know.
Okay.
I would say there is that reference with the dad on the phone about the kid hitting his head. So could be a concussed fever dream. There's little hints that might be his, but there's no definitive answer. It's what you want to make out of it, for sure. I mean, why would the kids be in limbo? I guess if you're going by biblical rules,
What are biblical rules?
Well, kids don't generally
Well, you got to be
Go to
baptized
hell,
first. If they're
Todd, or
not, if
limbo.
they're unbaptized, they are. They do.
That's true if you get really old school with it, but yeah,
Magic.
I don't know. Beyond that, that's the only really clear hint to me with the yeah. Sometimes there is no answer to some of this stuff, though, to be honest.
I guess spoiler for Sick. So I got a kick out of when she said when she was trying to get in the car, she's like, your mask. That fucking cracked me up. That's when I was like, you just ruined the fucking movie. You took me out of the moment. And then they did the obvious thing. I'm like, okay, I'm back in a little bit. It got me, man.
I think that's the thing, though, too. It's like you said, it's so obvious. I kind of knew. I thought, like,
yeah, but that doesn't always like ruin everything.
It kind of did for me, because then I just thought, like, okay, this is a comedy now. It's not really working.
Even if it were the mom trying to avenge, like you put yourself in that position of the people that were attacking the people that caused their kid to fucking die. Someone just got popped doing the same thing in Australia. Like, he broke the window of a doctor. Like, that's totally realistic.
I have no idea.
I do that shit in a heartbeat.
Yeah,
I have no issues with the idea that somebody might do what they did, but I don't know. They didn't sell it well enough. It's not the actor's fault. I mean, Jane Addams, very entertaining. Mark Menchaca, one of my favorite, not new actors, but I guess, new breakout actors. The Retaliators, watch our interview.
With coming out on Blu-ray next month.
Yeah. Coming out on Blu-ray for only $12.99 next month. Mark Menchaca's fucking awesome. So this is just not my favorite of his work. But watch Alone for Mark Menchaca. Very simple, straightforward, super suspenseful movie. I think a lot better than Sick, personally. But like I said, I guess I can't say I totally hate it, though, because it was very good, surprisingly good up to a point. It just, dies. Yeah, didn't stick it.
Felt more true crime to me, even though it's just hyper stylized or hype.
Yeah,
you know what I'm trying to say. Fuck it. Spoiler rules. Damn.
All right.
So there you go. Two very different but interesting reviews, if nothing else. I think these will be mixed. Both of these movies, I haven't talked to enough people who've anybody really that's seen Sick, but I've talked to a couple that have watched Skinamarink that so far do not like it. I haven't found that person outside of us that or Kruger that kind of went to bat for it, but I'm sure they're out there. I
mean, I'm not even going to bat for it. I fully understand the criticisms, but just something about it. And there's one thing, actually, I saw Ben Grimm bring this up too. It also reminds me of some of those weird viral videos, like those spooky viral videos that would go through the rotation of like certain YouTube channels. I know we got a lot of those like around like 2012-ish. And just it was just creepy videos that to scare audiences and stuff, and it reminded me of that. So I don't know.
Which are shorter too.
That's for sure. Yeah.
I saw it compared to Creepypasta a few times.
Yeah. We Are All Going to the World's Fair is another one. Maybe
I'd rather watch that again.
I don't know about that one, brother.
Well.
Yeah, I fucking hated that movie.
I think that double feature might make a lot of people. Wait, do I have to cut that out now?
Unalive themselves. Yeah, you have to. You and I have to agree. Damn it! But you can say unalive,
and you understand why we're fucking recording this one earlier.
Yeah,
I behaved.
I knew it was going to happen with me, and I was still pretty good. If we would have recorded this yesterday.
But we give this, if you think we did a good job on this show, give us 5 stars in the comments, or you can just give me 5 stars if you're a Macho Dan fan.
Well, if you were then it should be 3 stars, you dumb son of a bitch.
5 stars, but 5 times. All right, I'm gonna do. Well, I guess.
Don't you start doing Booker T? Yeah, don't you start doing Booker T?
This is why we're never bringing SCS back, because this is what happens. We do one yesterday. Now you won't shut the fuck up, Macho Man.
All right, so promotion. Patreon.com/fleshwoundfeatures where you get more of this, maybe more of the Macho Dan, possibly. We'll see. It all starts at just $1. So we appreciate your support very, very much. Shout out to Orc, became a $10 patron. Thank you so much.
Fuck
Orc.
yeah, or
Fuck
thank
yeah,
you.
dude. Thanks,
Wow.
man.
And any new patrons I'm missing, I know Swaggy G is a newish one. Shout out Swaggy G and all of our patrons. We love you very much. And on that note, yeah, tune into the best of 2022 show, which will be very, very thorough. And tomorrow, absolutely. And that is all I've got.
All right. Well, gentlemen, Dan, say goodnight.
Snap into a Slim Jim. Oh, yeah.
Kruger.
Elizabeth.
I was waiting on Todd, but yeah, let's get the fuck out of here.
I'll see you in Disneyland.